Hi, it's Gabby Ransford, the clerk at the Cascade Law Group. Today is another video on these trademark fee changes happening at the USPTO in a couple of weeks, January 2025. This one's focused on the new surcharges for lengthy identifications and insufficient information. As I mentioned in prior videos, this new fee structure going into effect in January sets the base fee for an application to register a trademark at $350 per class. There are also a few surcharges that might be tacked on in certain circumstances. One I mentioned in another video is if you use a free-form box rather than the ID manual. If you missed that video, you can go on and pause this one and go back and review the other one right now. I'll wait. Now, to enter a custom identification of goods and services rather than an ID from the Trademark ID manual, there is a $200 surcharge, which essentially brings your total cost to $550 per class. But in addition to that, there are two others that I have not discussed yet. The first is if you have an identification of goods and services that goes over 1,000 characters. An additional $200 per class will be added on for each additional group of 1,000 characters beyond the first 1,000 characters. This only applies to custom goods and services, by the way, and does not apply if you choose goods from the ID manual. So essentially, this is to prevent future applications from being filed with really long identifications, and to prevent future applications from claiming more than they actually provide in goods and services. If you see a strategic reason for submitting these super long IDs and applications, please reach out to us here at Cascade Law Group and let us know. We can help you navigate those waters. Now, for the second type of surcharge, there's going to be an additional $100 per class for insufficient information. So this essentially means there's like a pretty long list and standard list of requirements in the regulations. These are very similar to requirements already in place for the TEAS Plus applications. For example, this will include needing to add a disclaimer of clearly descriptive or generic wording, or an English translation of non-English words, consent for registration of an individual's name, image or likeness, and things like that. The concern is that the USPTO might start adding a surcharge to an application for not including a translation for a completely unintended and unknown meaning in another language, which feels like that would be very unfair. Strategically, to avoid this, you might just want to include, as a matter of practice, a statement saying this mark is intended to be fanciful. It's not intended to be a word in any language, particularly, but here are a few languages, and then list the languages you know of, meanings found online or even in other languages, and so on and so forth. This could hopefully ward off any additional fees you may encounter if you do that, but again, it's no guarantee. Now, I know that there are a lot of new requirements, there are a lot of potential fees and issues. You probably want to work with a trademark attorney who's experienced in dealing with these types of things and is familiar with the USPTO. If you do want to work with someone who has more than 20 years of experience working on trademarks, you can reach out to us here at the Cascade Law Group while going to cascade-lg.com and click on Let's Work Together. Thank you so much.